Hi, I'm Sam Durrant. I'm 29 years old. I'm a physical training instructor in the Royal New Zealand Airforce, and I also train jockeys and any racing participants in my days off. So my role as a physical trainer for jockeys is helping them get to that next level to be an elite jockey or rider. I've started a business called 4 Pillars Performance because I feel like there is a real gap in the industry at the moment in New Zealand for strength and conditioning for riders, and I just really wanted to step into that space and help those get to the next level. So my background in the physical training world is as a physical trainer in the Air Force, so it's quite regimental, more strict than it would be, say, when I'm dealing with the jockeys, but I still like to use a lot of what I learnt through being in the Air Force, tailoring that to the riders. So I like doing a lot of fun games, but I guess the fundamentals are all the same, and just love working with the riders, having just a real passion for the industry. Different to most, I didn't really come from a racing background. I was playing rugby at intermediate and I broke my ankle, and this put me out for about 6 weeks. So what does every 11-year-old do? They turn on the racing channel and they watch a bit of trackside. Through that, I sort of fell in love and thought, wow, this is quite cool. My mum said to me, how about we head over to Cambridge and I can introduce you to my cousin, who was Chris Wood. I just really had a fascination for the animal itself, and that the fact that this half-a-ton animal could be working with a 50-odd kilo person as one, it is for me very much poetry in motion. Being a jockey or an equestrian rider of any form is so different to any other sport, so the strength and conditioning really does need to be specific, and that's where I've done a lot of research. So it's about them being nice and fit, which they're going to get anyway from riding track work, trials and race day, but it's about doing that off the saddle training. So it's simulating anything to do with riding, if it's really core-based work, as well as really strong in the legs, but having that strength in the upper body to be able to push those horses out, have that coordination to change the whip over, those split-second decisions they've got to make, but also having that big base fitness that they are able to race multiple times a day with only sort of 30-minute breaks, very high-intensity workouts, just to simulate exactly what they're going to get, but just having a lot more of a controlled environment. For the strength and conditioning for my riders, we have a good chat face-to-face, if that's via FaceTime or in person, and they'll tell me their goals and we'll go through sort of what they're looking for in a program, and then I make sure that it's 100% personalised for that individual, just really making sure that if they are trying to get their weight down, that they're doing it as safe as possible. Areas of the body that need a little bit more work, then we'll focus on them in particular, but also making sure they just have that good aerobic base, which just means they're going to last those long days at the races or trials. The reason I love working with jockeys is their work ethic. They get up early, they're riding in rain, hail or shine. They're real tough competitors, and they very much are so elite athletes, and I really want to add that elite part to the sport, which is that strength and conditioning side. You see the best athletes in any sport doing the strength and conditioning, and I just really want to be able to bring that to New Zealand. Other areas that I'm involved in the racing industry, I'm really lucky enough to own a few shares in racehorses. We're talking like whiskers, but own them with a lot of mates, and we have a hell of a lot of fun. I'm also very lucky to be managing a couple of jockeys that I've met through my time owning horses. So I manage Darren Dennis and also Matt Cameron. So this has also helped me extend my knowledge on how riders work from day to day, and also my contacts around that as well. So it's been a really cool insight. The managing's helped my strength and conditioning, and my strength and conditioning's helped my managing, so it all links in really well. The most rewarding part for me in the role as a strength and conditioning coach for the riders, seeing Darren Dennis come back from his knee injury that put him out for 10 months, to come back on his first race day back and ride a winner, just to know that I played a small part in it was very rewarding. Also seeing Jess Allen and Danica Wilson, 2 riders that I was working with from the start, get their first winners really early on in their career was a massive highlight, and is the massive reason why I do it, just seeing them happy and with the product, and the results are showing with them getting the winners, and also just enjoying the sport that they're in. And my goals for the strength and conditioning for the riders is just helping as many as I can just to get to that next level, whatever that might be for them, and just seeing them hit their goals. For anyone out there who might be interested in a program from myself, feel free to get a hold of me on Instagram, 4 Pillars Performance. I'll take on anyone that's keen enough to get involved and really see themselves get to the next level. Track work riders, apprentices, or any of the trainers out there wanting to get into a little bit more shape. In 10 years' time, I'd like to see myself doing the exact same thing I'm doing now, helping jockeys with the S&C, but I'd love to be the NZTR S&C coach for all riders around the country. I'd love to be travelling around helping out all riders, from track work riders through to senior riders. I'd love to be able to go around the world and do this, working with the best riders in Hong Kong, Australia, the UK. And I'd like to continue doing the managing. It's a real rewarding job, and it's nice to be a small part in their careers, seeing them reach the goals and the heights that they want to.